Hello. I feel like this is going to be an important video because it has the potential of shaving off, if you will, years of suffering in your own personal life. This is something that was shown to me less than a year ago, and I'm still working on this myself. So, one of the biggest lessons that we're here to learn on this planet, you have to think of this planet as a school where you're here to accumulate wisdom through the learning of deeper lessons. One of the biggest lessons that so often is in our blind spot, we don't even pay attention to it, is we tend to be so hard on ourselves when people misunderstand us or misinterpret what we say. What I want you to know is that it is practically impossible not to hurt people in this life. I'll give you an example. Let's say that you ask me out and I'm busy that night. I'm like, hey babe, I really can't. I'm so sorry. You might feel rejected. So I indirectly hurt you without wanting to. Or if, let's say, I'm honest with you about something that I feel is detrimental to you, like maybe a toxic relationship, and I approach you as a friend who loves you, you might take offense to that. And then I'm going to hurt because I'm like, ooh, I might have overstepped a boundary, where someone else might have taken it really well. Like most of my friends, we just keep it real with each other because we love each other. We don't project. We allow ourselves or each other to have our own journey. And we only interfere when we know we're off track. So, but everyone has had a different upbringing. Everyone has been conditioned very differently and distinctly. So evidently, everyone's going to take what you say in a different way. They're going to color through their own perceptual lens of their own experience. And then what you're going to do if you're sensitive like me is you're going to beat yourself up for having created a crack in the wall between you and another person. But remember, what you're here to learn, this is one of the main lessons, is to stop being so hard on yourself. You can't control how people respond to you or react to you. You can't control if people interpret what you say in a way that you didn't intend to say it. Because again, everyone is wearing those rose-tinted glasses and they're going to interpret what you say based on what they've been through. So my message to you today is please be good to yourself. Please be kind to yourself. Because it doesn't matter how much integrity you have, how honest you are in this life. Most of my life, I've gotten in deep trouble just for being innocently honest. I'm very childlike. But, if someone has a lot of insecurities, they're going to take it really personally. So you have to learn how to accept, number one, yourself as you are, while always bettering yourself. Obviously, you always want to step your game up and open up your heart more and more and more. And I always say, learn how to match your words with your heart. But even if you do everything by the book, even if you show up in the highest integrity, someone will still misinterpret or misconstrue your words. And that's out of your control. So remember, one of our biggest lessons is to let go of control. And oftentimes we hold on to control because we really want someone to get what we really meant. And you've got to let that go. People are holding on to stories from the past, and if they're still in the victim, they're always going to make you the villain, and that's out of your control. You might even set a boundary with someone, and because they have so much trauma or so much insecurity, they're going to be like, oh, that person thinks they're better than me because they set a boundary with me. People are always going to make up all these things because they're fabricating stories through what they've experienced in their own life. And so everything you say, for instance, imagine that your words have a color. The second that you speak and it comes out as green, someone can take it and hear purple. So my message to you today is let yourself off the hook. You will never be able to control how people view you. So you have to come into greater acceptance that this is part of this reality. And when you die, which also is an illusion. But when you come back to yourself, you will see, that world was very fragmented. That world was very segregated. And I did the best that I could, but a lot of it was out of my control. I love you.